You do realize that Crown won't be returning until Tuesday or Wednesday.
Did he tell you that? He leaves every weekend, goes away, and doesn't tell me anything anymore.
Yeah, how are we supposed to protect him if we don't know where he is?
Maybe he thinks that his new woman will protect him.
Maybe he thinks he doesn't need protection. I mean, the only reason things have settled down with this war is because everyone's so busy making money.
Now, you've got that right.
You know what? I remember when I first met him. He had these ideas about an alternative life. He said he wasn't cut out for the one woman, 2 children, 9 to 5 existence.
Wait, how did you guys meet?
It was at this seminar. And somewhere around the 2nd or 3rd break, I went to the vending machine to get some water, and this guy made this comment I just had to respond to.
Do tell.
Well, he said, "Isn't it something that an individual with less than average intelligence can teach one how to acquire the things they desire by using some foolproof plan that he designed?" Well, I made a comment and it sparked a discussion, and before long, I knew he was a king amongst men. I was like in love. He was so charming, charismatic, he was interesting, and I was drawn to him. And it wasn't because of like how he looked, it was more about what he stood for. That day, I knew my life would change forever. Now it seems like he can't even stand me.
Well, Anastasia, you broke his rules. Sure, he has hundreds of women, but he requires that they all be monogamous. You and Crown meet.
Oh, that's somewhat complicated.
How so?
Yes, how so? Uncomplicate things and tell.
Okay. One day, this beautiful man walks into our family restaurant. Simple enough, right? Wrong. While I was serving him, he winked at me.
What?
Wow. I didn't think anything of it at the time, okay? Mind you, I was working. I didn't think of flirting, but he continually visited the restaurant. And the more he visited, the more I began to fall for him. And he assured me I would accomplish things my family could only dream about. And he said I wouldn't only get my BA, but if we continued on with this plan of his, I would get a PhD too. Sure enough, I have a degree in biochemistry and I'm a martial arts expert. I mean, I have enough money to retire myself and my entire family for the next 20 years. I thought him crazy at one time, but everything he said has come true. And that's why I'm willing to lay down my life for his and be part of his harem. I mean, he is a rare man of vision, and his visions have merit. I mean, look at what is going on with the banking system right now.
Interesting. Very interesting. What's your story?
Yeah, you've been awfully quiet tonight.
Oh, I don't have any interesting stories to tell.
Oh, what, afraid to open up?
No, I think it's more that she's afraid we'll learn what her and Crown discuss.
No, it's not that at all.
Oh, well, what is it then?
I'll tell you. My story is similar to Yee's with somewhat of a twist. Unlike the two of you, Crown and I grew up together. You guys remember his ex-girlfriend, Layla?
Yes.
Well, she and I were his high school sweethearts. He'd date me for 2 months, and then he'd date her for 3. I've known Crown's vision since the time he was 16 years old. He used to always talk about going into the ministry, getting married, having children. Funny you say, but what does a 16-year-old know? Oddly enough, he had a dream. And even back then, he always felt that his father didn't love him. He felt really different from his siblings. And shortly thereafter, my family moved away. I was about 17. And when we met again, he had changed.
Changed how?
He exuded this confidence that I had never seen before. He felt powerful. His demeanor said, look, but don't cross. Touch, but handle with care.
That's funny.
No, I'm serious. You know, all of those changes made me really look at Crown in a different light. Now, mind you, I have loved certain men. But a man like Crown is the kind that I would want to marry. He exudes everything that a woman needs. And he only likes intelligent women to be around him. And like the both of you, I have several degrees. I can leave if I choose. But part of me really loves and respects that man more than he'll ever know.
Well, does his relationship with all of us bother you?
Sometimes, but you know, everybody's entitled to some happiness. And if you think about it, Crown has never asked any of us not to be married. He simply wants us to remain loyal to him while we're in a relationship with him. Who knows, one day we may all be married to other men and looking back on this. But one thing I will say is, no matter where we are, we will always have a sisterhood that will never die.
Amen, sister.
That's right.
I'll drink to that.
You know what? Why don't we just take some time out for ourselves? Why not go down to the club or something?
Yeah, what the hell?
All right.
Oh, but you know what? We better make sure that we're strapped and that we're back at a certain hour because, you know, Crown may love us, but he does not play.
No, that is a good point. So, looks like the ladies are going out on the town.